Hello. Hello. Hello everyone. Hope you've had a nice week. I, for one, have had a busy week. It hasn't been bad, but I've just, had to write that paper, and it's not written. But yeah, I just started a bit late because I'm trying to sign into stuff, and I don't know, nothing's working properly. Have a look. Okay, well, at least Mix It Up is working a little bit. The bot's not in there, so maybe some of the... Let me see. I'm trying to log in, and it just won't connect. Yeah, really, really weird. It's like when your internet just gets super slow. And but I upgraded my internet last week, so it should be super fast. Anyway, I might just have to do without the bot. I'll let that tick over, but yeah, let's you're in a really good mood today. All right. Why do you call for an injured ant? I don't know. Tell me, Kiki. Who do you call for an injured ant? Oh. Who, not why. A doctor. Excuse me, doctor. An ambulance. I was gonna like play with that, or like well, why wouldn't you call an ambulance for an injured ant? Because it doesn't have insurance. Yeah, so my chat is being there's something fucking scuff going on, because my chat through OBS, like, I saw him usually wrote wow through, I've got that open through the my actual browser on my laptop, and then yeah, but it hasn't popped up on the stream. There's something fucking weird going on. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get this going. Hold on. Just give me one more shot or something. 1 second. See, I'm glad the quotes are working. I can see it, but it's not working on my this one. Okay, cool. Well, it looks like I'm signed in to Mix It Up, which is great. Yeah, my my OBS is just welcoming me back to the chat room. Do I even have... I don't have a VPN on or anything, so I don't know. And I've seen that... Yeah, so... But before, the quotes weren't working at all. Alright. Well, anyway, we'll just get on with it. And, let's see here. I don't know why my OBS chat isn't working, but whatever. Anyway, so tonight I'm going to play heaps of like random games. I have installed a total of 31 demos, and we're going to do it all tonight. No, we're not going to do it tonight, but I have lined up 10 of them to try to play tonight. So generally what I'll do is probably play some just to get a bit of a flavor for it. If I like it, I might play it a bit longer. But I'm going to try to play each demo for like probably at least half an hour. There's a mix of different ones. There's like some like casual ones. There's some horror. Of course, there's horror. There's always like these cookie cutter horror ones. I tried to choose ones that looked a little bit different, but like even when I was just loading them up, it was loading into like a menu that looked exactly the same as all the other menus I've seen. But let's start with Vaudeville. So Vaudeville, Rufus suggested that I play it, and apparently the NPCs are AI. Like you can talk to AI. So let's try that out first. If I don't get your messages, I tried to stay long, but last time I was tired, which means I need to get a bit Yeah, please don't lose sleep over this. It's not worth it. But you know, I appreciate it, I suppose. But yeah, don't stay up too late. Okay, launch. It's launching. I did test all these. Okay, I can't launch it while it's launching. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Please, is it capturing? Hello? I knew today was just going to be scuff. It's been. Hey, there we go.
The second I stepped off the train into the city of Vaudeville, I could feel the weight of its melancholy in the air.
Can't stick around either, unfortunately. No prospect.
Clung to the city's grimy
you gotta go. I appreciate
it. Darker than your everyday downpour.
You dreamed of a speed run?
A city of high stakes and low morals, where vice and virtue danced a wicked
because you watched the nightmare.
Street lamps flickering like
of the slow run
were the only guide through the maze of rain-soaked alleyways and whispering shadows. My name's Martini, detective, troubleshooter, and a lousy sucker for hard luck stories. This wasn't my first circus, but this act was a 3-ring special. 3 murders, no leads, and a city on the brink of bedlam. The victims were as different as chalk and cheese, each a symbol of the city's vibrant veneer. A young dancer who moved like poetry in motion, her life cut short mid-pirouette. The socialite, a woman who knew the city's pulse better than anyone else. And then there was the businessman, the embodiment of Vaudeville's promises of progress, snuffed out like a candle in the wind. The usual peace in Vaudeville was off-kilter, replaced by the discordant notes of fear and suspicion. Strangers viewed each other through wary eyes, neighbors turned to strangers, and every shadow seemed to hold a secret. The once vibrant city had become a stage, the curtain drawn on a grim play of mystery and murder. In a city without harmony, the police chief was the conductor, trying to keep the orchestra in tune.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gretzky was his name, a seasoned cop with a granite jaw and a heart that had seen better days. There was a stark tension, a raw fear that danced like St. Elmo's fire in his eyes. Whatever was happening in Vaudeville had Gretzky out of his depth, and that was a sight I'd never thought I'd see. If anyone could make sense of this twisted tale, it would be him. I'd better head to the police station and have a chat with Gretzky for starters.
I heard a chicken, but I can't see that it was redeemed. There's something weird going on. It's a pretty hard sell to try to get a game working with art that has so far all just been AI art, which is I mean, I would say like maybe 80% of people are just like not into that. Just by the discussions we've had on chat. Anyway, here's a bit of a disclaimer. Have a read. Something about data. Yeah, so like, I suppose it doesn't save your data. I hope. They don't collect any data. They're not responsible for the data usage. Cautionary tale. Cautionary advice to players. We strongly urge all players to refrain from inputting sensitive or personal financial information even though they don't fucking record data. It's like, don't do it just in case. Hey, Juicy, how you doing? Getting strong AI vibes. Yeah, I think it's like, just based on the credits, it looked like it was all, at least like the music was written by someone, and that voiceover was hopefully not AI. They're collecting your data. They are definitely. Anyway, so I definitely won't say my full name, address, and all of that sort of stuff. Just a nice reminder. Okay. Acknowledge and consent to the processing of your inputs. Okay. Let's English. 4K. Okay, now we'll go to 1080. Narrated actions. Enable action syntax. This is not... Okay, no. Ray tracing on. No, we'll just leave it all. Start. So... Why can't I use this one? Oh, you can. Story mode. Let's try that. Alright, what do we got here? The Verasiviatas Vaudevillensis. So, yeah, I wonder how much of this is actually AI. Alright, we're going to the police station. As much as I find this thing distasteful, it's good to know what people are doing with this stuff. Yeah, at least they're sort of open about it. Type here or speaking to you. No, I'm not typing here. I will type. G'day, cobber.
What's with the informality, Martini? This is a police station, not a pub. We've got work to do. I've got the coroner's report on Haley Greenwood's autopsy right here.
Why do you call me Martini?
You're Detective Martini, aren't you? That's what it says on your badge. Now, let's focus on the case.
Touche.
We've got 2 bodies and not a single lead. I'm starting to think we're in over our heads.
So this is like, I think, where I can appreciate some AI stuff. It's not going to be too long before, you know, AAA devs are going to be using AI to make it more realistic and more sort of to make you more immersed in the gameplay. If you can just speak freely instead of pre-recorded dialogue. Like I love voice actors and I love that things are set in like you know, certain pathways are set and stuff like that. But yeah, it's this is definitely the way that it's going to go, I reckon. It's too much for you usually. Fingers crossed the game devs unionize and to prevent that. Yeah, I think there's a place for it. I would love to play more games like this, which you sort of it's more free, I suppose. But I don't want every game to be like this. Imagine playing your own life in a game. Usually, how do you know that isn't what is happening? The problem is that companies will always use it as an excuse to cut jobs. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. There'll still be good indie devs out there, I reckon. What's for lunch, Mr. Jones?
Constable Jones handles the paperwork, not me.
Oh.
I'm the chief. And lunch? I don't know, probably the same stale sandwiches they've been serving in the cafeteria for the past 20 years. I've got more important things on my mind than packing a lunch. Besides, I've gotten used to the taste of disappointment. It's a habit I'll break when I retire.
That's pretty cool. Okay, what do I do first? Pretend it's my first day on the job and I have had some martinis to drink.
For Pete's sake, Martini, this isn't a joke. We've got a double homicide on our hands.
Okay, it's not a joke.
First, get yourself some coffee and sober up.
They make it say no.
Then get down to the morgue and talk to Coroner Ixtaberia about the autopsy reports. And for the love of all that's holy, try to look like a detective.
Fucking how many points do you have for chicken? Are we sure it's not a joke? It might be a joke. Alright. Get to the morgue. Oh, who's this? How do I... Just how can you get so many chickens? I don't get it. Wait. How many? I can't even see how many you like redeemed. It's like everything's bugging out for me today. All right. No, are we done? Okay, thanks, Juicy. Okay. Hold on. How do I move my legs?
Good grief, man. 1 foot in front of the other. It's not exactly rocket science. Now, focus. You need to get down to the morgue and get some answers. Don't make me have to come with you.
Okay. Yeah. How do I get to the morgue? The chickens are very restless. How do I move? Like, I can't. Where you there? No, he's not talking.
Well,
Oh,
I'm here, yes. Just trying to, keep my head above water, I guess. It's like, when it rains, it pours, right? But, I'm always ready to lend a hand or a paw like a cat would. If there's anything I can do, just say the word.
Jones, wheel my ass down to the morgue.
I'd rather not talk about it.
What? Okay. Or I know this guy's nervous as. Uh, maybe yeah. Where is the morgue?
The morgue is at the center of Vaudeville, a place I really
Ah.
don't enjoy visiting. I'll mark it on your map. Just head over there and ask for
Okay.
Coroner Ixtaberia.
So I don't
I'll
think you
let
can
her
actually
know
just
you're
walk around.
coming
Maybe.
and that you're authorized to see the autopsy details. We really need to figure out what happened to these poor souls.
How did you attach that mustache to your face?
That's a rather odd question, Martini. My mustache is as real as the grim reality we face here.
This guy's
Now,
so depressed.
stop with the nonsense and get moving.
I
We've
try.
got lives to investigate, not mustaches to discuss.
I like this guy. All right. So now we can go to we can go down to the morgue. Whoa, Jesus! You scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry, I don't like talking about this.
You need to get some sun, mate.
Exposure to sunlight is essential for vitamin D synthesis, which plays a crucial role in bone health and immune function. However, my focus remains on the intricacies of mortality and its implications. It's quite fascinating, really, how the body responds to various causes of death. Each case tells a story, and I find solace in unraveling those narratives. The human anatomy is a marvel, isn't it? The way it withstands trauma or succumbs to it can be profoundly revealing.
Stop it!
This particular cadaver holds clues that may shed light on a tragic end.
Huh. Can you speak less as you describe the body? Shit, I'd rather not
The
talk about it. Yeah.
complexities of each case often require precise terminology to convey their significance. However, I understand the need for clarity.
Yeah, I'll have
What
to
you
try not
see
to swear as
before
much.
you is a canvas of loss. Each detail, from the position of the body to any markings, provides insight into what transpired. It's about piecing together a narrative that honors their existence.
I suppose this guy at least respects the body. Give this poor mustache something to drink. Yeah, looked a bit crispy, didn't it? Yeah, getting stuck when I swear. Ask him something completely random, for example. Why is the sun door frame because of diving? Let's have a look. Why is the sun door frame because of diving?
Understanding your perspective on sunlight is important. While I may not have extensive knowledge about topics outside of vaudeville, I can appreciate how light and warmth can affect one's mood. In my line of work, we're constantly reminded of life's fragility. It's crucial to find moments of peace amidst this solemn environment. Examining these bodies reveals not only their physical state but also evokes a deep empathy for their stories. Embracing life, even in small ways, can serve as a counterbalance to this world of death we navigate daily. The gentle nature of animals can evoke a sense of comfort in a chaotic world. Observing interactions with creatures
Let
such
me
as
out.
a goose can remind us of life's simple joys.
Yeah,
It's
I agree with
fascinating
that.
how small gestures can elicit profound emotions. The connection we share with living beings often brings a semblance of balance to the weight of our experiences. Just as with the cadavers I examine, every moment deserves reflection and understanding, no matter how peculiar it may seem. I'm not
Yeah, I don't
trying
want
to
to
be
talk.
rude, but I
I
don't
don't
feel
talk. Yeah,
comfortable
yeah, okay.
talking about this.
It is, yeah, definitely doesn't like it. Doesn't like swearing. Okay. Okay. Tell me about the bodies. You said 2 murders, right?
Let's review. We've had 3 recent cases: Maria Jansen, Haley Greenwood, and Nicola Grossman, each presented with unique injuries. Maria's body showed signs of severe trauma, with bite marks and a fractured forearm. Haley had multiple blunt force injuries to her head, likely caused by a stiletto shoe. Nicola suffered a fatal stab wound to his neck,
Ooh.
inflicted with a butcher's knife.
I don't know if I'm cutting out to be a cop.
It's natural to question one's path, especially in a field that deals with mortality and darkness.
Man,
As a coroner, I've learned
They're so
to
deep.
navigate these complexities. It's not about being desensitized, but rather finding a way to cope with what we're exposed to. If you're struggling, perhaps we can discuss what's troubling you. Sometimes sharing concerns can help clarify things.
how do you spell stiletto? Stiletto.
We've established that a stiletto heel was likely used in Haley's case, and a butcher's knife was found at Pascal's grocery in relation to Nicola's murder. For Maria's case, we didn't find a specific object, but her injuries were more brutal.
Ugh.
From what our analysis has shown, there were no DNA matches to known individuals on any of the bodies.
Okay.
However, we did find some interesting inconsistencies. On Maria's body, there were signs of saliva, but no DNA match in our records. And on all 3 bodies, there were fibers from an unknown source.
Oh. Okay. No DNA. Okay, yeah. All 3 bodies, there was fibers from an unknown source. Oh, don't know what it was from. Okay. What kind of fiber?
They appear to be synthetic, possibly nylon or polyester. Not uncommon in clothing, but it's their length and consistency that caught my attention. They are longer than usual, almost. Velvety.
Velvety. Maybe someone owns a shag sweater. Oops. Is that how I spell it? No,
That's
it's not.
an interesting observation. A shag sweater could be a plausible source of those fibers. I'll make a note to look into that. Perhaps our killer has a fondness for unsettling fashion choices.
Oh. Stilettos. Shag. Sweater. I'm starting to see a connection here.
Now that's a thread worth pulling.
Aha!
If we're
You
looking
made
for
a
someone
pun.
who owns a stiletto and a shag sweater, we might be dealing with a rather fashion-conscious individual. I'll review my notes and see if any other evidence fits this profile. Maybe there's more to this case than just random brutality.
Maybe I should check out the murder, the crime scene.
I think that's a good idea, Detective. Let me show you where Maria Jansen was found.
Cool.
It was outside her apartment in central Vaudeville, right beside the popular bar Coral. If you take a look at this map, I've marked the location.
Yeah, it's a shame that yeah, people will lose their jobs for this sort of stuff, like not being able to do their voice acting and this and that. Because I can see like how like alluring this might be. Sorry, I'm just gonna have some water. Well, like from a gamer standpoint, that like you can sort of, there might be a set sort of way, like a set course of things, but you can like really, you're not set in stone just asking like 3 different questions or whatever. You really have to think about it. Do you think he starts talking German if you ask him something in German? Can you speak German?
I'm afraid my knowledge of languages doesn't extend beyond my immediate surroundings here in Vaudeville.
Grocery.
Speaking of our local cases, Nicola Grossman's body was discovered in the morning just outside Pascal's grocery shop. It's a significant detail as it places the event. The local grocery shops in Vaudeville cater primarily to the residents.
He's just giving me all this information I'm
and
not
their
asking for.
ownership reflects the community's diversity. However, I can't speak to any specifics about their origins. Now, regarding Haley Greenwood, her body was found in an alley behind the club she worked at, the Cabane Violet.
Okay.
It's a tragic setting, an unfortunate
Wait,
reminder
is this a
of how
cheat code?
fleeting life can
It
be.
must be.
The injuries she sustained were severe, and understanding the location may help us uncover more details about her final moments. I'm afraid acrobatics are not in my repertoire. My expertise lies in examining the human condition, particularly in death and its aftermath. Each case tells a story, and it's essential to honor those narratives with careful analysis. Life may take unexpected turns, but it's our duty to seek clarity amidst the chaos.
Can you make the body do a flip?
The integrity of the body must be preserved during an autopsy. Manipulating remains beyond the necessary examination would be unethical and disrespectful.
That's fair.
Every detail holds importance in unraveling the truth behind each life lost.
What does
It's
that mean
vital to
usually?
approach
If
this work with
it's not
reverence,
dirty, I'll
as
ask
we
him.
owe it to the deceased to uncover their stories with dignity. My focus is on conveying information clearly and accurately. Each case demands meticulous attention,
Okay.
and that often leads to a more formal tone. However, beneath that, there's a deep empathy for those affected. I understand that my way of speaking might come off as overly clinical. It's essential to communicate complexities
Okay, we're
succinctly,
leaving.
especially when discussing sensitive matters.
Ask them if they
like
want to
death.
get lunch later.
Yet, I recognize that humor and warmth can also play a role in navigating these discussions. Life is filled with contradictions, and embracing them can help us connect on a deep. While a stale sandwich may not be my first choice, sharing a meal can offer a much-needed respite from this heavy atmosphere. Engaging in conversation over food can remind us of life's simple pleasures. Perhaps we could find a place that serves something a bit more fresh. There's value in nurturing both body and spirit amidst all this darkness.
Okay. Cool, I'll pick you up at 12:30. For now, I'm gonna go do detective things.
Take care out there. Remember to stay vigilant. Every detail matters. Keep me posted if you uncover anything significant. I'll be here analyzing and awaiting your findings.
Wait, what do you want for lunch?
A light salad would be refreshing, perhaps with a touch of citrus. It's important to balance our heavy conversations with something nourishing. But really, it's more about enjoying a moment away from this place.
You need it.
A brief escape can do wonders for our spirits, even amidst all this darkness.
Alright. So let's go to the corral first. Yeah. Press F2, Control M, or gamepad select toggle. Oh yeah. How do I mute it? So if I... No, I don't think the microphone's working. It must be like trying to get through my other microphone. There we go. Just do that anyway, in case it's listening. Meat flavored pancakes, please.
Oh my, that
I hate
sounds
that.
so yummy. We don't have those here at Coral, but I can ask the chef to make you something special. Would you like a drink to go
Juicy.
with that? Maybe some juice or a smoothie?
How much for a smoothie?
Our specialty is the ocean breeze. It's $5. It's a mix of pineapple, coconut, and a splash of grenadine. Really popular among the performers.
See, it's funny because like you wouldn't like how much small talk would you have with the actual like waitress? Like you'd be like, "What's good?" They'd be like, "Oh, the ocean breeze. People like it. It's $5." Like, well, I mean, they probably go into that kind of detail, but when you're talking to a robot, it feels like forever. There mustn't be any. Oh, it does have grenadine in it. Oh well. Oh wait, grenadine's not. I don't think grenadine's. It's not. It's a non-alcoholic smoothie. That person was way too concise, Juicy. All right. Well. Nah, I don't want a smoothie.
No worries, sweetie. So, just the meat-flavored pancakes then. I'll go put that in for you. By the way, how's the investigation going? Did you find out anything about... You know, Haley.
Who said anything about an investigation?
No one, I guess. I just
It's her.
assumed. You're a detective, aren't you? I mean, you look like one. And
Empty
we've
your
been
pockets.
talking about things. Never mind. No way. I'm not doing that. What's going on? Why are you asking me to do that? I thought we were just chatting.
I know, it's super fishy. Okay. Alright. Where were you when that lady that you know died? I can't remember any of the details.
You must mean Haley.
Yeah, Haley, that's
I
right.
was at the theater rehearsing for my audition. I had a big show coming up and I wanted to make sure everything was perfect. I didn't
Nah.
find out about
It's not my type.
what happened to her until later that night. It was so shocking.
She talks like a robot. What were you auditioning for?
I was trying out for the lead role in the new ballet production at the Vaudeville Theater. I've been practicing for months, and I really want to get the part. It's a big opportunity for me. Yes, I'm a dancer, a ballerina. It's my passion, my dream. I moved to Vaudeville to follow my heart
It's so,
and
like,
make it big on
robotic.
the stage. Haley was a friend of mine. We took classes together.
I don't know how to spell it. Haley? Listen to that passion. I know.
There was some drama
Yes,
between her
I
and
am.
Marina, another one of the dancers.
I am a
They were
dancer,
both
a
competing for the
ballerina.
same role, and
It's
it
my
got
life
pretty
dream.
intense. But I never thought it was that serious. Do you think that could have something to do with what happened to her? Marina. She's usually at the theater, rehearsing or taking classes. Or sometimes she's at Cabane Violet. That's a popular spot for us performers. But be careful, she can be a bit prickly. We're
Prickly.
not really close, to be honest. The Vaudeville Theater is, downtown.
Oh.
I don't know the exact address, but it's easy to find. Just ask anyone, they'll point you in the right direction. It's a big building with a fancy sign. Huh? No, what's that? Sounds like something from a fairy tale. Never heard of it. Is it related to Haley's murder? Let me check. Okay, yeah. We have a Rod of the Heavens cocktail.
There you
on our
go, she has
menu.
one.
It's a special made with gin lemon juice and a splash of grenadine.
That was almost the
Want one?
same as That's almost the same as the smoothie. Yeah, but make it a double vodka, and when you give it to me, say, I showed you my rod. No reply.
All right. Okay, so one double vodka coming up. But
Hey, Deborah, how you
just
doing?
to confirm, when I bring it over, do you really want me to say that? It sounds a bit unusual.
Well, you are a bit unusual. We sweetheart.
Oh, stop it. Here's your drink. I showed you my rod, why no reply?
Perfect. This is a game called Vaudeville, Domo. It's like AI, obviously. So you can talk to him, and you're trying to solve a triple murder, apparently. So gee, have you seen anyone wearing shag clothing?
I do not have the answer to your question.
Okay. I'm still waiting for my meat-flavored pancake.
Right. Your meat-flavored pancake. Coral special, isn't it? Let me just check on that for you.
Is it really the Coral Special? She checking on it? Why does she have shoes on?
My shoes. Huh.
Stilettos.
As a dancer, I'm used to being barefoot. Plus, it's more comfortable for
Fate.
me. Don't worry about it, darling.
What? But isn't there a dress code for your work?
There is technically, but
Yeah, she
Coral's
says
a
she
bit
doesn't.
more
They don't make
relaxed
it.
than other places. And
But
the
now it's the
owner,
Coral
he's
Special.
a friend of mine.
They like the idea.
He knows I'm a free spirit. Besides, it's not like I'm serving drinks in stilettos.
She said stilettos. Why wouldn't you be serving drinks in stilettos? Booker and Cooker.
Well,
I know.
it's just that. Heels can be a hazard behind the bar. You'd be surprised how often we're running around,
It's definitely her.
juggling trays and bottles. Bare feet are much safer for me, trust me.
You get glass in your feet.
That's a risk, yes. But we're pretty careful here at Coral.
Yeah, have you ever
We
been
sweep
behind
the
a bar?
floor
It's
constantly,
fucked. It's always
and I've gotten used
sticky
to being
and
barefoot in a busy environment. Besides, a
glass.
few scraps and bruises are a small price to pay for the freedom to dance whenever I want.
What? Do you dance here?
I love dancing at Coral. When we're not slammed with customers, I like to sneak in a little routine. The owner doesn't mind, and it's a great way for me to stay loose and have fun. Haha, no. But as a dancer, my feet are pretty flexible. And after years of ballet training, they're definitely strong. Maybe it's just a dancer thing, but my feet can be pretty nimble. No. Hands for a head. No, that doesn't sound like anyone I know. You're not talking about someone from Vaudeville, are you?
No, no. I'm not from Vaudeville.
You want to see some ballet? Okay, but just a little. Let me just find some space.
That's a bit like sort of like. Wow. You really know how to dance. You just have to make it up in your head.
Thank you. Ballet's my passion. It's like my body was made for it. Speaking of which, have you seen the new show at the theater?
No. A big old beefy clock, Saurus Rex.
I don't think so. The Vaudeville Theater does musicals and dramas, not dinosaurs. We had a great production of Swan Lake last season, though. Maybe you'd like that. No. Like I said, we don't really do clockosaurs here in Vaudeville. Our shows are more
This is the biggest problem with AR
classy.
games, that they're
But
not
hey,
pure text.
tell
Yeah,
me
yeah.
more about this clockosaurus thing. Sounds intriguing. Ooh, okay. Secrets can be fun. But if it's something exciting, you have to promise to share it with me
No,
later.
stop flirting
okay?
with me, lady. I'm onto you. Yeah, I have to go because you are freaking me out.
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to freak you out. It's just, detective stuff can be a bit intense, right? And I'm still a little worried about everything. Please don't go yet. Stay and talk to me some more.
She wants me to stay. You should tell the next person about your people and how you reproduce asexually. I don't want to. I don't want to confuse them.
My shoes. I don't need them. I'm used to being barefoot, and it feels more natural for me. Plus, it's easier to dance that way. Well, no. I usually wear flip-flops or sandals when I'm walking around Vaudeville.
Alright.
But here at Coral, it's okay to be a little more relaxed.
Help if I could spell. If did Haley and any family in town?
Poor Haley. I don't think she had any family in town. We were all kind of a family to her, the other dancers and performers.
Boyfriend,
But
maybe?
I don't know if she had anyone outside of our circle. Haley had a lot of admirers, but I'm not sure if she was really close to anyone in particular. She was always so focused on her dancing. But now that you mention it, there was someone she was seeing, I think. A guy from the theater.
It'd be good, like, because I mean, you want to talk all the time, like, but like, you have to click on the box here. It's just, why not just have it open? Like, you can't click on anything else anyway. What is his name?
I'm not entirely sure. I think he was one of the stagehands or
Hands,
something.
eh?
I don't know if they were super serious or just, having fun. But I do remember she mentioned him a few times.
Theater or
and she
cinema?
seemed happy when
It's
she
a
talked about him.
theater.
Let me think. I've seen him around, but I don't really know him that well. I think he's pretty tall with dark hair and a bit of a scruffy beard.
Oh yeah.
He's always wearing those overalls, so it's hard to tell much else.
A penny for your troubles.
Aw, thank you. That's so sweet of you. But you don't have to pay me for talking about Haley. I just want to help figure out what happened to her.
Who found her?
It was
In Canada, it's kind of the same thing.
Marcella Extiberia, the coroner. She's a really nice woman, but also very professional,
Wait,
you know.
the coroner
She
found
came
her.
to the theater to tell us what had happened. It was so shocking.
That's an interesting coincidence. Yeah, we could, if I if someone said, "Oh, nah, we say going to the movies or to the some people might say cinema, but only like people older than I think old people might say theatre, but a lot of them actually go to the theatre and see plays. Okay. What was Marcella doing here?
I think she was just here at Coral, having a drink or something. She's a friend of some of the performers, and she likes to come here to relax. I'm not sure if she was working or just out for the evening.
She is a bit robotic. Yes?
Oh, yeah. Marcella can be a bit straightforward, I guess. But that's just because of her job, you know.
No, they know.
As a coroner, she has to be pretty matter-of-fact about things.
And you lick your elbows. But I broke her.
No,
No,
I wish.
She,
My arms
she,
are way too long
she
for that
took so
power.
long.
But some of the other dancers here at Coral are super flexible and can do all sorts of crazy contortions.
That's the point. A cinema is for movies and a theatre is for plays, but every Canadian confuses me because they say theatre, they mean cinema. Okay, well, I'm sick of talking to you. I gotta go.
Okay. Nice talking to you, detective. Be careful out there, okay?
Alright, so she's definitely a suspect. Let's go to the grocery store. Wait, why is there 3? Oh, shit. Peanut butter? Peasant butter? Hello.
Oh, Detective Martini, how lovely to see you.
The voice. We got a
I'm
movie theater
Mrs.
near
Emily
me.
Potter, just a simple
A
widow
movie, yeah,
enjoying
movie
her
theater,
days,
yeah.
though it's been quite the challenge since Victor passed. Life feels a bit dull, wouldn't you agree?
You were Victor's wife?
Yes, I was. It's been rather lonely without him. I often find myself reminiscing about our travels. He was always the one to plan everything, and now. Thank you, but it feels like the world has lost its color. I used to find joy in the little things, but now they seem so trivial. I suppose I should just keep my chin up and pretend all is splendid, even when it isn't.
It's weird that it's getting you to... when did he die?
He passed away last month during our trip to India.
Oh,
It all
I
happened
thought he was
so
murdered here.
quickly. One moment we were exploring the markets, and the next. Well, I was left with memories and a heavy heart. It's all quite unbearable, isn't it? Oh, it's not just Victor, you know. There have been others.
wait.
Maria Jansen, poor dear. she
Wait,
was
he died in
simply
India?
delightful. And then there was Nicola Grossman, always full of ideas. Hayley Greenwood, a lovely dancer, gone too. It's hard to keep track of everything happening here. People seem to be leaving us far too quickly. I can hardly enjoy my
Said your
shopping
husband
at
died in
Pascal's with all this
India,
gloom hanging over
but
us.
he was murdered.
Such a pity when one wants to indulge in the
here.
finer things in life. I suppose there are always whispers and rumors, but I wouldn't know the details. My focus
She's sus
was
as well.
always on the lovely moments we shared, not the darkness
Can you
that
break the
sometimes
eye?
lingers around.
Don't lie, you were the
It's
murderer.
all rather tedious to think about, really.
Well, actually, that's something that
I'd
Rufus
much
said to
prefer
try.
to discuss the exquisite mushrooms I found last week. They were simply marvelous. Well, how dreadfully rude. Mushrooms are a delight, you see,
she
and
didn't
throwing
even
them
listen
away
to the
would be an
murder bit.
absolute travesty. One must appreciate the beauty of nature, even if life feels a bit grim. But then again, perhaps one should just laugh at such absurdity. After all, what else can one do?
Did you not hear my confession?
A confession, how utterly fascinating. But let's not dwell on dark matters, shall we?
She doesn't care.
Life is far too short for that. Have you ever tried picking mushrooms? It's quite the adventure, really, and much more. Oh dear, poison mushrooms are rather a serious topic, aren't they? One must be so careful when foraging. But what's the point of dwelling on the dangers? I'd rather talk about the lovely varieties that can grace it.
You're quite dumb.
How very unkind of you. One might think that kindness is a virtue we should all strive for, especially in trying times like these. But perhaps it's just a misunderstanding, as I do enjoy a good chat about the lighter things in life. Have you ever tried preparing a nice mushroom risotto?
She won't shut up about the mushrooms.
It's simply divine.
Shut up about mushrooms.
It's quite amusing, really, how people can be so passionate about such trivial matters. But I suppose we all have our little obsessions, don't we? I do wish we could discuss something more delightful, like the upcoming soiree at Count Graveson's manor.
She's like, I lost.
He always has the most interesting stories to share.
She's crazy.
Quite the change from this summer topic, wouldn't you agree?
Come with me. You are going to jail.
I must say, that sounds terribly dramatic. Jail? How utterly dreadful. One's place is certainly not in a jail cell.
See, that's
especially
where
nurse
this sort
wives
of
to attend
gameplay
the
breaks
mushrooms
down.
to sell.
Like,
It's all rather
I'm just fucking
absurd,
talking for
isn't it?
so long. It's not. It doesn't feel
I think
natural.
I'd much prefer to remain here, surrounded by the lovely wares of Pascal's shop.
Who's this? Who are you? Not yet.
I'm Pascal, the owner of this lovely grocery shop.
Huh.
What brings you to Vaudeville? You're not from around here, are you?
Let me look in your mouth.
What's wrong with my mouth? Ha ha, no, no, no. I don't think so. Why on earth would you want to look in my mouth? No way. I'm a respectable businessman, not some sort of dental patient. $1 for looking in my mouth. Ha. You must think I'm crazy. No deal, my friend. But if you want to spend that dollar on some juicy apples or a nice piece of cheese, that's a different story. You're really desperate to see inside my mouth, aren't you? All right, all right. How about this?
Ooh, proposition.
If you want to know the latest gossip about Mrs. Potter and Count Graveson, I might. Just might. Let you take a peek. But don't expect me to open wide for just anyone.
So basically, if I want to know the latest gossip, he might let me have a look. Let me look first, then you can tell me about the gossip.
No, no, no. That's not how it works. The gossip is worth much more than a quick glance in my mouth. If you want the juicy stuff, you'll have to trust me first.
Fuck.
But I can tell you this. It's about Mrs. Potter and the Count. And it's B.I.G.
B.I.G.
Huh? Pascal's wager. Never heard of it.
He doesn't know.
Sounds like some sort of math problem or something. Look, I'm a grocer, not a mathematician. Now about that rumor.
He really wants to tell me. Just let me have a quick look first, or I'm not asking about the gossip.
Fine, fine. But don't go thinking I'm doing this for anyone. One quick glance, that's
Yeah.
it. And don't touch anything.
No, I don't want to touch your mouth.
Oh, stop making such a fuss. My mouth is perfectly healthy, thank you very much. Now, are we done with this nonsense? About that gossip.
He really wants to tell me.
Mrs. Potter and Count Graveson. An affair. Been sneaking around for months.
Oh, that was good. That was very concise. Is this snoozing or what? I was just gonna snooze the next ad. Man, there's something wrong. I think an ad's gonna play. I might just have to. I can't actually. Let me refresh this. Let's have a look. I can't actually play an ad. I don't think. I think it's just gonna. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna play an ad. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Sorry. BRB. All right. Well, I'm not gonna spend too much more time in this. Just because I do want to play Next Fest demos that were created by actual humans. But I will revisit this, I think. Anyway, so I'll play for another 15 minutes or something. How do you know?
Let's just say, the grapevine is very reliable in vaudeville. And besides, I have my ways of finding out things. No idea, but I can tell you, Mr. Potter wasn't exactly the most popular man in town. There were many who didn't like him, Saxabar Graveson. And some folks at the country club, if I recall correctly. I think it was something in India. I don't know the details, but I heard it was sudden. Now,
Okay.
that's all I know. Don't go asking me for more. Don't mention it. Just remember our
This
little
game is a bit
chat about
boring.
Mrs.
A bit boring
Potter and
to
the
be
Count.
for real.
Stays between us.
I can see how it can wear off pretty quickly. I just want to check out this last area, and then we'll play something else. Whoa! Who are you, dead eye lady?
I'm no dead eye lady, darling. I'm
Darling.
a star of the Cabane Violet. You've probably seen my posters around town. I'm a burlesque dancer.
I haven't seen. Sorry, I'm crunching on some dried noodles.
A man of mystery, Clockosaurus. Very well, Clockosaurus it is then. And you haven't seen my posters? That's a shame. Perhaps you've been too busy solving crimes to take in a show.
She got lips for days. I know. I know. It's unnerving. No, I'm not cooking them. They taste better uncooked. Yeah, she's dead inside. Look at her.
Teletubbies? Really? Well, I don't know what that is. But if you'd rather watch colorful characters prance about on stage, you've come to the right place. How? Fascinating. Anyway, Clockosaurus, what brings you to our lovely theater tonight? We're about to start the show. Sorry, no can do, sweet. I mean Clockosaurus. The director would kill me if I started the show without making sure everything is perfect. Besides, I think you're here to talk to me about something.
Sorry,
right?
I didn't realize that was the
Something about
crunching was
unfortunate
coming through
events that
the
have
mic.
been happening in Vaudeville.
But yeah, the AI's like prompt you too much, I think, which makes it feel weird.
My stage name is Madame Rue, but my friends call me Marina. And you, Clockosaurus, are not exactly looking like you're here to make friends, are you? Rue is just a little something that adds flavor to the mix, darling. I mean Clockosaurus. It's also the French word for a mixture of flour and fat used in cooking. But in this case, it's just a very fitting surname for a mysterious and alluring performer such as myself. Oh, I don't think so, Clockosaurus. Madame Rue has a certain je ne sais quoi. But I must say, Mrs. Flower and Fat does have a certain ring to it, perhaps as a nickname behind the scenes. You may try, Clockosaurus, but I'm not sure I'll answer to it. Unless, of course, you're trying to get on my good side. Are you trying to butter me up? Well, I suppose it's working then. But don't think that just because you like butter, you can get all the answers out of me. I'm still not telling you anything about certain things.
They're so sus.
Flour and butter, a perfect combination. But don't think that's going to get
No.
you any closer to solving
Butter
your
me up
little
isn't
mystery.
kinky.
Clockosaurus.
Alright. What if I butter you up first, then put flour on you? Maybe it is kinky.
I think we've strayed far enough from the conversation, don't you, Clockosaurus?
It's time for Clockosaurus to clock out.
I think that's a clever pun, but I'm not sure I'm ready for our little chat to be over just yet.
No, you
As a
can't tell me.
detective, I'm sure you have more questions for me. Don't you, Detective Martini?
She knows my name. No, I've seen enough. You are a vampire. Wholesome stream. This is pretty wholesome.
Vampire? Whatever are you talking about? Have you seen Monsieur Saxabar's new act? It's simply to die for.
No. To die for. Oh no. How did I make that so cheap? No, it's 100. Well, guess what? It's going up. Okay. Look, they're making these like hints and stuff. I'm gonna go back to the police station. Figured out who did it.
Save it, Martini.
What?
Until we've got concrete evidence and a confession, nobody's accused of anything. And even then, it's not your call to make. As your chief, it's my duty to handle arrests and accusations. So, what makes you think you've figured it out,
It's me. I'm the killer.
Don't be ridiculous, Martini. I've known you long enough to know you're not capable of such brutality. Besides, you're a detective, not a suspect. Now, stop wasting my time with these absurd claims and focus. What in the name of all that's holy is wrong with you, Martini? I think you've had one too many of those Martinas. Stilettos. Stand up straight and tell me you're joking. Haley Greenwood was a 19-year-old girl, not some. I don't even want to think about it. Get out of my sight before I lose my temper completely.
Put me in jail or I'll do it again.
Martini, I'm warning you, stop this nonsense right now. I will not engage in this farce any longer. As your chief, I'm telling you to snap out of it and start acting like a detective. But since you're being so uncooperative, maybe a night in the cell will sober you up. Jones, take Detective Martini into custody and keep him there until he comes to his senses.
Okay, well, looks like I'm going to jail. By your tube of flesh.
Get him out of my sight. And for the love of all that's holy, someone get me a cigar. I need a smoke after dealing with that. I don't even know what that was.
Hey, Jesu, how you doing? All right, we'll leave that there. Interesting. But yeah, you can see like the upsides and downsides of using like AI to be talking with. You know, because it just like you can go off the rails, I suppose, but you get bored with it pretty quickly. So like, I think, yeah, I think as it is, I don't think people will play games like that. Like there's a place for it in silly little things like that. Maybe if you imagine like a Skyrim or something, which is the AI is like doing all the talking. I don't know. I feel like it gets to a point where it's just not cool. It isn't cool. Let me but yeah, it's interesting.